Hello guys. So some of you asked me to do a video showcasing the new iDrive 5.0 and its main features. So compared to the old one, as you can already see, there's a standby screen. Whenever you're not using the iDrive system, the display simply shows a big analog watch. As you can see, it changes colors depending on the driving mode you're in. So for example, if I go into Eco Pro, the dials turn blue. In comfort mode they're orange, and in sport mode they turn red. Now in the previous versions you had a drop down menu when you first looked at the system. In this new one, all the settings are dispersed into 6 main categories. So you got media, radio, communication, navigation, connected drive, my vehicle, and notifications. Now you need to understand that unless you get the optional connected drive feature, the notification screen won't actually show you anything. You need to connect your phone, set up the office service and so on in order for it to show notifications here whenever you get a message in your email or anything like that. The system can also read your emails or your text messages in case you receive one. So let's go into media. There's a new drop down menu here. First of all, you got the radio stations, FM and AM, saved stations, the ones that you prefer. Then if you have a USB device or a hard drive, you get to access your music collection. Here you have the auxiliary connection, and then the Bluetooth devices that are connected. Of course, you can also see you can listen to a CD or DVD player, as the car still has one. Then there's the snap-in option. In the center console you have a snap-in device that allows you to connect your smartphone through it. I rarely use it because the USB connection is just the same, and you don't have to keep your phone inside the armrest. Using the USB connection, your phone has to be either an Android or an iOS device. I'm guessing it works on Windows phones too, but I'm not certain. iOS works best. Also, as a new feature in the media radio menu, you can now also control the sound settings. Right now I'm leaving everything flat, and I faded the speakers to be properly heard up front. Okay, so further on you can manage your mobile devices from here. As before, you can only connect up to 5 devices through Bluetooth at once. If you want to add a new one, you'll have to remove your previous phone and add a new one. And you can also personalize the menu in order to show you less options. So for example, if you want to enter the media sub menu and you don't want to see the music collection because you don't usually use a USB or the auxiliary, you can just choose not to see them anymore. I don't usually use this IM at all. So right now, as you can see, the menu is a lot more it's a lot simpler to use. Down to communication, here is the menu is basically the same as on the old one. You get contacts, recent calls, you can dial a number and use the touch sensitive iDrive controller to do so. Manage the mobile devices again, a call for BMW assistance if you have the optional feature added to your car, read messaging and write messaging, record a voice menu, and personalize menu, as is the case in the previous menu as well. If you don't want something to show up, you just click it here and the whole menu rearranges. The navigation system has suffered a couple of upgrades. It is a bit different from the old one, but I will do a special video about it because some of you guys asked me to go through the navigation system quite thoroughly. You can now see the map. You also have a button on the iDrive, next to the iDrive controller, that takes you straight to the map. You don't have a dedicated button for the radio anymore, which kind of pisses me off, because I listen to the radio a lot, so the button was quite useful right next to the iDrive controller. But I guess you can get used to it. You can set up journeys. You can import them from a USB device, use the BMW routes, or set up your own journey. You can create one. For example, you can use the navigation system to set rally points and just go through them as you want to reach your final destination. But as I said, I'm going to do a special video about the navigation system altogether. The connected drive menu only works on cars with connected drive. If you have internet and so on, it's an optional feature. You can check the weather, you can see the news, but the news are restricted to only some vendors you can check that have a deal with BMW to show their news feed inside their cars. You can search for various things online, have some app support. There are various apps that work with connected drive. For example, Eco Pro Analyzer, Route Analyzer, and so on. You need to install your connected drive app on your phone and then use this sub menu along with it, and of course personalize the menu. The My Vehicle sub menu includes basically all the settings for your car, but now they are separated into different categories. Now you have vehicle settings, that includes the light settings, interior and exterior lighting. You can set up, if you want to use the signal stock, just touch it once and it will signal 3 times. You can switch on, if you have LED adaptive headlights, as this car has, you no longer have to stick, as you may know, cars with a left hand or right hand drive have different setups for the headlights. When you're driving on a left hand side road, the beams are set up so that the left one lights lower than the right one in order not to blind the oncoming traffic. So on older cars, if you wanted to switch from left-handed traffic to right-handed traffic, you had to stick some stickers on your right-hand headlamp in order not to blind the oncoming traffic. With this, you can easily just change it. It adapts on its own. You can set up the welcome lights. This is when you unlock the car, it lights up its headlights and tail lamps, so you can see it somewhere in the parking lot. And home lights, basically when you get home, you just you stop the car, you turn off the engine, and you flash it once, and the headlamps will stay lit for 30 seconds. You can adjust the period just so you can see the entrance or have enough light to get inside your home. As far as interior lighting goes, you have a couple of options. Adjust the brightness and check out if it's going to be a modern layout or a classic one. The classic one is orange, the modern one is white. That's it. On new models like the BMW 7 Series, you have a lot more options. On the doors key sub menu, you can set up if you want the unlock button on your key fob to unlock only the driver's door or all doors. For the tailgate, it's the same. If you want to, if you press the tailgate button on the key fob, which is this one, you can either unlock all cars and open the boot, or open solely the tailgate. Couple of options here. They're pretty straightforward. Lock after pulling away. You can disable this.